As the year starts to unfold ahead, what are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I think this cricket year that's coming up is a big one for South African cricket. We're playing against four big teams around the world. We've got Australia coming here, then Sri Lanka, we go to New Zealand, and we tour England as well. So, my main goals is just to be consistent as possibly I can. I'm not currently playing in the test side, so that'll be a goal of mine to get back into that team. I had a pretty good one-day season last season, so it's just about building on that, and getting up in those ICC rankings. My goal was 6-7 years ago to be the #1 batsman in the world, be it Test cricket or one-day cricket, and that's still my goal today, and that's something that I'll always keep working towards.
What teams do you see as the main threat to South Africa in the next 12 months?
Look, Australia's always going to be a tough team to play against, but probably the team that I see would be England at the moment. They're always a difficult bunch to play in England. Look, we've done pretty well in the past, beating them in the Test series last 3 years ago. But they're obviously a different outfit at the moment, and just currently being ranked #1 in the world in Test cricket. So they're pretty much on a high, and like I said, it's always a difficult tour to go to. So that I see that as our biggest challenge. So I guess the key for us is, like I said, we've got Australia, Sri Lanka, and New Zealand. If we can do pretty well against them, and sort of gain confidence in those 3 series, we'll give ourselves a good chance to perform well in the UK.
And how about the Champions League? Who do you see as the main threats there?
For me, I think the Champions League, you never quite know what to expect, to be honest. It's pretty much the best domestic teams around the world, and it's especially in 2020 cricket, it's about the performance on the day. But I guess your IPL teams, the Chennais and the Mumbais, are always going to be tough opposition in the Indian conditions. So yeah, look, we've got a pretty tight group. I think it's ourselves, New South Wales, Chennai, Mumbai. So it's going to be tough opposition. But I definitely believe that we've got a team to go out there and win. We've got loads of experience with great youngsters coming through. So like I said, it's just about performing on the day and doing the basics well, and hopefully the results go away.
If there was 3 bowlers who you would say you respected most in international cricket, who would they be?
My first one would be Andrew Flintoff. Yes, he doesn't play international cricket anymore, but of the experience I've had facing him, he was probably one of the tougher bowlers around. Mullirithran was also one. I didn't face too much of him, but what I did face, it was pretty challenging. And the third one would probably be Jimmy Anderson. I mean, I've played quite a bit against him now, and most times, it's been pretty challenging against him. With him swinging the ball both ways, especially in Test cricket. Yeah, it's been tough going against him. So hopefully when we play against him again in a couple of months' time, I can get one up on him.
What is it that makes those bowlers such a challenge?
It's just their consistency in finding that sort of corridor of uncertainty. And like I said, with Jimmy Anderson swinging the ball both ways, Mullirithran, being able to spin the ball both ways, and the challenge is always reading it, and you don't have too much time doing that. So I guess that was probably the biggest challenge against them.